Okay, so if you're watching this video, it probably means that you want to study English or that you are studying English. And one site that we can recommend for studying English, as well as many other things, is Skillshare. And Skillshare is not a sponsor of this video. They are not giving us any money, not sponsoring us. But on Skillshare, you can learn a lot of different things. So if you're interested in English or French or Turkish, basically many different languages you can study on Skillshare, as well as any other things. These types of websites, these online learning websites are really big for things like programming. Here you can see self-care, journaling, lots and lots of different things, cooking, basically anything you can think of, you can find a course on Skillshare. And of course, we at Acquire English have our courses on Skillshare as well. We have our A1 to A2 course, A2 to B1 course, and our Master the Present Perfect Tense, Use It Like a Native English Speaker course. And when you sign up, you get unlimited lessons. You can watch as many courses, take as many courses as you want. And if you use our link, which we will leave down below, you can get 1 month for free. That's 1 month for free on Skillshare if you use our referral link that we will leave in the comment section or in the description section. So it's a really good way to learn things. You should always be learning no matter what your age is. And we hope you enjoy it. So, welcome once again to Acquire English Live. My name is Adam. I'm an English teacher from the United States. As always, I'm here with Tuan, an English teacher from the UK. And each week we take one of our training videos, which are based on conversations. We use that training video, we break it down, talk about the grammar, and then talk just a little bit with each other to get a natural conversation for you to learn from. So Tuan, how is everything going with you today?
Yeah, I think it's okay. It's pretty hot though. Summer's coming.
Oh man,
reaching its peak.
It's crazy right now. I noticed as it's gotten hotter, my desire to take a nap in the afternoon has gotten greater. This weather sucks all of the energy from my body every year. It's horrible here. What's summer like in London?
It's nice. It's probably the best season to visit. The days are not too hot, nights are cool. Yeah, it's nice.
Nice.
And the days are long.
Yeah,
so it's still sunny when 9 p.m. so that's nice.
Sure. Yeah, where I'm from in Nebraska, it gets pretty hot in summer, but the humidity isn't nearly as bad compared to where we are in Japan. So it's very similar. Like morning and evening is somewhat comfortable. Middle of the afternoon can be really rough sometimes. It gets pretty hot, but yeah, here I think it's the humidity that really gets me. For sure. But anyway, not here to talk about the weather. In today's conversation, we are talking about food at the office, right? So
yes, that's right.
Our two characters are talking. So why don't we just go ahead and take a look at today's conversation. Here we go.
Are those bagels in the break room?
Yeah, I brought them. Help yourself.
Thank you. They look amazing. Did you pick them up on the way here?
Actually, I made them myself.
Wow, I've never baked anything myself.
You should try. It's a great hobby to pick up. Okay, and next we will go line by line and break down the conversation. So the first line, we have this one here.
Are those bagels in the break room?
So are those bagels in the break room? So I saw some food in the employee lounge. So the break room is the place, the room that you take a break, right? Or some people might call it the employee lounge. Maybe it's the place you eat lunch. So I saw some food in there. Are they bagels? So, Tuan, in America, people are always bringing food to the office. People often, if they have an early morning meeting, people will bring things like bagels or donuts or pastries, those types of things. How about in the UK? Do people eat during meetings in the UK?
Maybe not meetings, but yeah, people bring food in. Yeah, where I'm working now, yeah, people bring food for everyone, depending on the person. Yeah, but it's quite common to share donuts, bagels, biscuits, or if you go on a holiday, you bring some kind of souvenir or snack.
Right.
That's quite common in Japan.
Yeah, many people here in Japan have said it's kind of weird to eat during a meeting, and I never really thought about it. But yeah, I suppose it is kind of strange to have a morning meeting and everyone's sitting around, eating chocolate donuts or something like that. But very, very common in the US. Maybe that's why there's a lot of overweight people. I don't know. But anyway, are those bagels in the break room? It's the first line.
Yeah, I brought them.
So yeah, I brought them. So I put them there. I put them in the break room. I brought them to work and I put them in the break room.
Help yourself.
Help yourself means please have one. And we'll get into this grammar a little bit later, but help yourself is kind of a set expression. It means, please go ahead and have one, or please go ahead and get it yourself. I'm not going to get one for you, but you are free to eat one. So we can use this in many different situations, usually with food, right, Tuan? Someone needs
usually.
something. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So there's food somewhere, there's drinks somewhere, and people will say, please, get yourself a glass, get yourself a drink, get yourself a bagel, a donut, whatever. So help yourself is a very useful expression. And the next line.
Thank you. They look amazing.
So thank you, they look amazing. Thank you, they look delicious. So in this case, amazing and delicious looks the same. Very dramatic picture we have of Tuan thinking about eating a bagel. So there we go.
Did you pick them up on the way here?
Did you pick them up on the way here? So did you buy them at a bakery before work? So on the way here, they're at work. So on the way to the office, did you buy them? So in this case, at a bakery would be the normal place you would get a bagel. And I guess some people, when we released the training video for this, asked about a bagel. What is a bagel? I guess I never thought about it. It's very natural in America. Tuan, can you explain what a bagel is?
Kind of like a donut, but it's not so sweet. Usually eaten with some meat or cheese or maybe something else with it as well.
Right. A big one is like a cream cheese on a bagel. That's a big kind of New York thing. Many people there get cream cheese on their bagel. So I guess the difference between a donut and a bagel is very dense, right? It's a lot of calories in one bagel. And like you would make a donut, like you'd roll it into a circle, they actually boil bagels first before you bake them. So the outside gets a little harder. I tried once. They're not terribly difficult to make, but it's a bit time consuming because you're boiling dough before you bake it. But it is possible to make a bagel, right? So let's look at the next one here.
Actually, I made them myself.
So actually, I made them myself. Remember the first line before was, did you pick them up on the way here? So did you buy them at a bakery before work? And then actually, I made them myself means no, I baked them at home. This actually, we use kind of as a polite way to say no, right? You can say no, I made them myself is fine, but actually you're telling someone that no, what you're saying is incorrect. Is that okay? So if I say, Tuan, you grew up in Manchester, right?
Actually, I grew up in London.
Right, right. So in that case, when we correct someone, it's a little bit, often a bit more polite if we use that actually instead of just a straight no. No, I grew up in London would be somewhat impolite or a bit too direct. Okay, so actually. The next line.
Wow, I've never baked anything myself.
So, wow, I've never baked anything myself. So that's amazing. I've never tried to make bread, or I've never tried to make anything in an oven that required baking. Is that true, Tuan? Have you ever baked anything?
At school we had to, but yeah, I don't bake.
Yeah. I mean, we've talked about your cooking in the past, so I assume
Yeah.
you don't bake a lot. Yeah. Okay. And the last line.
You should try. It's a great hobby to pick up.
So you should try means I recommend it. It's a great hobby to pick up means it's a good thing to begin. And I kind of skimmed over it before. I didn't talk about it, but we have two different uses of the phrasal verb pick up in this conversation. So this one, it's a great hobby to pick up. What does this pick up mean, Tuan?
In this case, something to start, maybe like a usually usable hobby.
Right.
Or some kind of skill or ability. Yeah. If you're picking something up, you're learning some kind of new thing, like maybe playing a piano or learning a language.
Yeah. Yeah. So we often use it for a hobby or, yeah, like you said, a skill. We can pick up a hobby. So in this case, learning how to bake would be, you'd be picking up a hobby when you start it, right? Pick up. Have you picked up any hobbies recently, Tuan?
No, not really. Yourself?
Yeah, no, I wish I could. I'm always busy doing family stuff or busy with kids, so I don't have much time for hobbies these days. But what do I want to pick up? I want to start learning how to program, how to learn some programming, that type of stuff. But it's a skill I'd really like to pick up. But it's kind of time consuming. It takes a lot of time to learn. Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, this one, it's a great skill to pick up. It's a great hobby to pick up. I'm sorry. So it's a good thing to begin. The other one we had was this one here, right? Did you pick them up on the way here? So in this case, pick up means buy, right? Or get. Did you get them at a bakery before work? Did you buy them at a bakery, right? So another way to use pick up. Every day I go to my son's daycare where he is while my wife and I are at work, and I pick him up. Same sort of idea, right? Pick up. So two different meanings of that phrasal verb. I know people are always trying to improve their phrasal verbs, but let's go ahead and get into the grammar for this conversation. So here we're talking about reflexive pronouns. Now, if you don't want to remember what reflexive pronouns is, that's fine. But we use reflexive pronouns when the subject and object of a sentence are the same. So if we look at this example.
Actually, I made them myself.
So actually, I made them myself. So the subject of this sentence is I, and the object of the sentence is myself. So they're the same. I and myself are the same. So we use this reflexive pronoun. We wouldn't say them, I made them me, right? That doesn't make sense. I made them I doesn't make any sense. So I made them myself. And this myself emphasizes or makes stronger that no one helped. I did it, no one else. I did it myself. So I made them myself. So we'll look at some more examples here to make this a little clearer. So in this one here, we have a group of people and we have a new person, this nice young lady here. So he says, this is Bessie. So he introduced her. So in this case, this is a normal sentence. He is the subject. she or her is the object, right? So he introduced her. Okay, so this is normal pronouns, not reflexive. But in this situation, we have these two people. So she says, hi, my name is Shelly. So in this case, she is a subject and she introduced herself. So she and herself are the same. So we use herself, the reflexive pronoun. And he says, nice to meet you. I'm Darren. So same idea. He introduced himself. So he and himself are the same. So we use himself, the reflexive pronoun. And then together, we're talking about they. And then same, introduced themselves. So we have herself, himself, themselves. And then, of course, before we had myself. So we could also say ourselves, right? So Tuan and I make this video each week ourselves. No one else helps us. We do it ourselves, okay? Or if you're using it, what's the reflexive pronoun for it, Tuan?
Itself.
Itself, right? So if you think about, I don't know, an AI, very intelligent computer or robot in the future that can teach itself things, right? People don't have to teach it. Maybe if it breaks, it can repair itself, something like that. So let's look at a couple more examples here. So we have this one. He is looking at himself in the mirror, right? So this guy here, of course, it's his reflection in the mirror. So he is looking at himself in the mirror. Okay. The next sentence we've used before, maybe you've seen, Mia's husband is lazy. He's still lazy. So she has to do everything herself. So she has to do all of the housework. She has to do everything herself. Okay. Another example, we use a lot. So this lady is lost. So she is talking to herself. There's no one else there. She's the only one there. So we use this a lot when maybe you lose something. Oh, where did I put my keys? That sort of situation. We talk to ourselves. A very common expression, to talk to yourself. Do you talk to yourself much, Tuan?
Not really, no.
Not much.
No. Yourself?
Not so much. Some people do it a lot more than others, though, don't they? Right? Yeah. When my wife talks to herself a lot. In fact, when we first got married and we were living together, I would hear her and I'd be like, who is she talking to? And I'd go into the living room and she was by herself. So always a bit strange. So, but we were already married, so I couldn't back out at that point. just kidding. Okay. So another one here. So this woman is learning how to protect herself. So we use self-defense is what we'd call. So she's learning how to punch, learning how to kick. She's learning how to protect herself, right? In America, many people are buying guns right now to protect themselves. Of course, the past year, things have gotten a bit crazy with COVID-19. Crime is a bit higher than normal, or people are more scared than normal, maybe. So people are buying guns to protect themselves. Okay, so the next ones, we don't have a full sentence. We want you to make the sentence. So how would we use the reflexive pronoun for this one here? So he has a broken phone. Here we say fix, and then his phone is like new. So how would we use a reflexive pronoun with this one here? If you have a chance, please write the answer in the comments below. What do you think, Tuan? What's our answer here?
So if he did this the once in the past, we would say he fixed his phone himself.
He fixed his phone himself, right? He fixed his phone himself. Or we could, that's the best answer, sorry. He fixed his phone himself, right? He did it. Nobody helped him. He did all the work. So he fixed his phone himself. Some people get confused sometimes with the word fixed. What's another word for fixed, Tuan?
We could say repaired.
Repaired, right? But we were talking earlier. I don't believe I use repair all that often. I think I use fix more often than repair. Would you say the same?
Yeah, I think it's more versatile. We can use it in more situations. So because of that, yeah, fix is more likely to be used.
Right. So of course, fixed has some other meanings, but in this case, the same meaning as repaired. Okay. So let's look the next one here. So hurt playing soccer. I'm sorry. Should we change this to football? Is soccer okay?
I don't mind.
Okay. Not going to get angry. Okay. So hurt playing soccer. Please write your answer below. I'll give you a few seconds to think about it. Okay, what do you think, Tuan? What's our answer here?
So in this case, nobody kicked him. Maybe we say we pulled a muscle, maybe. So he hurt himself. Sorry. Yeah, we can say he hurt himself playing soccer.
Right.
Or football.
Just for you, all right, football. So he hurt himself playing football. So this is a common pattern. So he, she, they hurt themselves, and then ing, doing something, right? I hurt myself playing football. So hurt oneself doing something. Okay. So yeah, and as Tuan mentioned, nobody kicked him, nobody did it to him, he did it himself, right? So if there were some sort of penalty on this play where someone tackled him rough and he got hurt, we wouldn't use this grammar. We would say somebody hurt him, right? But in this case, nothing happened. Maybe he pulled a muscle. He hurt himself. He did it to himself. Okay. And one more here. So this young boy made the robot. Nobody helped him. How would we say this one?
So this one we can say, yeah, the young boy or he made the robot himself.
He made the robot himself, right? Without any help, he did it all, 100%.
And like you said, it's emphasizing the person doing it is I don't know, sometimes it's surprising, or maybe yeah, we want to emphasize it. So we want to emphasize that maybe he's very young, he didn't get any help, his parents didn't help him.
Right.
It's yeah, it's a little surprising, or yeah, we want to show it a little more.
Right. Yeah, and that was the main point. I don't know if I made that clear enough, but we often use these again to emphasize that no one helped, right? No one else did it. So we need that emphasis, makes it stronger. Okay. So let's ask each other a couple questions here. So if you have your answers, please leave them in the comments below. So do you make anything yourself, or have you ever made anything yourself? Can you think of anything, Tuan?
I made a few films before. I haven't done them for a while. I guess
Yeah.
before COVID.
Forgot about that. How many full films have you made?
Quite a lot. I don't know. I can't.
More than 10?
10.
Around
Yeah,
10?
around that.
Right. Yeah, that was when I met you, that was your big thing. You were always making a new film, but Why'd you stop? Just kind of time consuming, wasn't happening? What was the deal?
It's hard to get a crew. It's hard to get a team together.
Right. So I see. Excellent.
Yourself?
Um,
Yourself.
yeah, I really like DIY, do it yourself type of stuff. It makes my wife crazy. Every time we want to buy something, I think, I think I could make that. I think I could make that myself. So some sort of kitchen counter or desk, right? And if you look at this
your
picture,
desk, your table,
yeah,
your place
actually,
now.
I made this myself, this little shelf type of thing here. I made this table. You can't see it. This table myself. I made this frame myself. So a lot of things in my office, I made myself. If you look closely, you can tell that a professional did not make them, but at a little bit of a distance, they look nice. But if you look really closely, then you say, oh, I can see Adam made this himself, not a professional. But yeah, I don't know. It's just something I enjoy doing. I think it's something I picked up from my parents. My dad often worked with wood. He was always making something. Maybe my family didn't grow up with a lot of money, so my mom was always making things herself, especially like baked goods. So brownies and cookies and chocolates and many things like that. So I think it's something I picked up from my parents. They were always making things themselves. So maybe that's why. But yeah, if there's something you made yourself, please let us know in the comments below. Let's look at another one. Have you ever hurt yourself?
Yes, many times.
Doing what? And remember, we had the pattern before, right? We had hurt oneself doing something, right? So he hurt himself playing football. So how about you, Tuan? What? You hurt yourself doing what?
I still play sports, so I play football. Yeah, I hurt myself a lot playing football. You just run and you land funny, or your foot goes in the wrong place, and you can easily hurt yourself, and that happens a lot. Yeah,
for sure.
Yourself?
Yeah, I hurt myself playing basketball many years ago. I think I was in high school, and I was just shooting around by myself, and I missed and just kind of stepped off to one side, and my knee just kind of buckled a little bit. I think I'd heard it before that, but that's the one that finally did it. And my knee got really swollen, got really big, and I had to have surgery on it. But that's been many years ago. So that's probably the biggest one. But yeah, I've cut myself many times cooking. So I've cut myself with a knife many times. Yeah, I've hurt myself a few times. So again,
cooking is
the big one.
Easy way to hurt yourself.
Yeah, so we have a lot of them with cooking. So I've cut myself, or I burned myself, or those types of things we can use a lot. So again, have you ever hurt yourself? Let us know down below in the comments. Okay, and the last one. Have you ever repaired something yourself?
Yes, same as the example with the phone. My phone cracked and I changed the screen myself.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Was it hard to do?
I don't recommend it.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't recommend it. Yeah. It takes a long time, and you have to have really steady hands.
Right.
The parts are so small. Yeah, the screws. Yeah, but I'd recommend.
Yeah, that's
getting someone else to do it.
That's definitely something I would try to do myself. Luckily, I've never cracked my screen, but that type of stuff, I always think, oh, why pay someone to do it? I can do it. But yeah, I'm not good with small screws and that type of stuff. I need bigger things to work with. I'm trying to think of something I've repaired myself. Maybe nothing. I'm much better at breaking things than repairing them.
Maybe your computer?
Yeah, I suppose. I guess so. Yeah, that's right. As you know well, my computer has broken a few times and I've had to repair it myself. or fix it myself. But I don't know if I actually did it though. That's the problem, because eventually I had to buy a new computer. So let's say I tried to repair my computer myself, and it worked for a short time each time, but eventually I had to buy a new one. So I don't know if I can really say that I repaired it myself, but good example. So again, have you ever repaired anything yourself? Let us know in the comments. Okay. So again, with these reflexive pronouns, myself, yourself, himself, themselves, ourselves, we're really emphasizing that no one helped or that no one else did anything with it. So I made them myself. I made the bagels. Nobody helped. Okay. I think that pretty much does it for us today. Of course, don't forget about the Acquire English Club. Go to aenglish.club and get a chance to speak pretty much every day. So Tuan and I are there, native English teachers. You can take unlimited classes and you can try 7 days for free. So it's just a chance to come, have a chat. Often we'll have a topic to discuss. And really what you need is just someone to talk to sometimes to improve your English. It's difficult to improve your speaking by yourself, right? You kind of need some other people to work with on it. So Acquire English Club, aenglish.club. You can go join the club, unlimited classes. It's about $10 US dollars a month. That's about 2 trips to your favorite fast food restaurant, maybe 1.5 trips to your favorite fast food restaurant. So, and we're there every day. Last night had a good conversation. There were just 3 of us. So myself, one guy from Azerbaijan, one guy from Russia. We had a nice chat, just talked about life, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. So hopefully see some more people there soon. Anything to add today, Tuan?
No, but I've noticed that this is very commonly used, and yeah, I guess lots of non-natives don't really use it so much. So if you want to sound a little more natural, yeah, these reflexive pronouns are very useful.
Absolutely. So thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time. Have a great day.